back. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all. What's today? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Oh, it's Thursday. Look at that. Only 2 more days till to the day of the pay period. Groundhog's Day. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Good. Nice. All right. Good to see everyone. All right, good everybody. So listen, we had a good day yesterday. I got to tell you a couple of things that happened to me yesterday. Yesterday was really ticked off. I had a major problem. I don't know if you heard me in the trading room, but I had like a moment of silence, and it was all about that Hertz trade that we did, HTZ. Let me bring it up. Why is it not coming up? There we go. Okay. So let me just bring this up over here. So you can see what happened yesterday. There we go. All right. So let me just blow it up so people on YouTube and Facebook Live can see a little better. So anyway, yesterday, we all traded the stock and we did great on this stock. So I had a big block of it. And, you see the stock, how it literally just took off. It went from like 80 cents all the way to about 147. And I was buying and selling it. I know we were all trading the stock and we were all doing very well on it. Remember, stock just filed bankruptcy and it got crushed. And I knew exactly to get out at 150 because we saw it was a big iceberg order. We knew it was a major resistance levels, everything that, worked in our favor. Stock traded 200 million shares, at that point. Now, does anyone ever have a problem? Sometimes you do a trade and your computer, not your computer locks up, but the brokerage firm won't let you send an order. It says sending. Anyone ever have that issue? You do an order and it just says sending and you're like, what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? Happened a few times. Okay. Well, what happened one time it happened. Well, let me tell you what happened to me. I went out there, I did the trade, and I had my limit order out there. And then I'm sorry. I didn't have a limit order out there. I had a market order to just get out on the bid. And all of a sudden it says pending. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Again, and this happened to me several times. And I noticed it only happens to me on fast moving stocks. I can't get out. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And now the stock is dropping. I tried to get out at 147. It drops all the way down to, you could see it right here. It kind of like, you may see a little better chart on it. It dropped all, you could see it right here. Yeah. So it dropped and it went all the way down to like 120. And then when it went back to 130, to make a long story short, I ended up getting out around 130, 130, okay, from 147. Now, listen, when you own a large block of stock, okay, I still made money on it, but I lost several $1,000s because of a stupid glitch, what happened to the brokerage firm. The good thing about the brokerage firms that you could deal with is that I had a direct line to them. They know I'm an active trader. I get them right on the phone, okay? And what happened, I was canceling, and they canceled it for me within 30 seconds. I got them on the phone, boom. Yeah, Fausto, your order. What do you want to do? Cancel. It's pending. They said, well, the order's out there. They're still in review. I said, horseshit. Cancel the order. Put another one. Boom. It's still pending. Put another order out there. They cancel it. Eventually, the system grabbed it, and then I got out. But it cost me a few $1,000s. I was really, really ticked off about it, And it happened to me a few times. A couple of other fast-moving stocks, and a lot of you guys know that. And Jordan, scary like you would not even believe. Especially. When was the last? Oh, it happened with LK. LK, the same thing. Let me bring up LK. When LK had that big drop right here, same thing happened to me. Stock was trading crazy volume. I was trying to sell it at 10. I ended up getting out at 7. And another one I lost several $1,000s in on that stock too. So the reason why I'm bringing it up, I'm not trying to give off my frustration on it, but I just want to just give you guys a heads up from experience. Be very careful when we trade these stocks that trade these 100 million shares in a short period of time because systems, can't calibrate it. I don't know if you remember it when Facebook went public, the system crashed. NASDAQ crashed on that day. They halted trading. It couldn't trade. It's like they stopped trading for several hours. because there was just so much activity going on. The computers just can't handle it. And it happens. So I want to kind of bring that up. Everyone's slow today at some reason. TradeStation seemed slow on orders yesterday, Michael's saying. Yeah, well, like I said, they all have these issues, but it is very important, and especially when you're a student here at CyberTrade University, even like TradeStation, we have direct connections. Once they know you're a student, we get you a VIP access to get to a certain person, not to deal with me on the phone. That's why I'm like, when people tell me like they trade with Fidelity or Schwab, I'm like, what are you, out of your mind? You can't do this on that platform. Not that they're terrible companies. I mean, they're phenomenal companies. I mean, the bit bigger than what I am, right? I wish I was them, but they don't care about your trade. And there's so many other people calling in. And believe me, you think you're the only one that's having that issue? They're all having that issue. Oh, and by the way, they're not going to give you the money. So when everyone goes out there and they're like, and they look at it like, well, you just cost me $2,000. Well, did you read your disclaimer? Sorry, we don't have any, that's not our problem. So, which even makes even worse. Anyway, so that was my experience yesterday. So I was, I kind of I was really frustrated. So I made money. I made less than half of what I should have made. And I just like, you know what? I'm so sick and tired. I got off the computer and I was done by 10 o'clock in the morning. But let me talk about somebody who did do pretty well this morning in pre-market. Let's all give a round of applause to Jose. Jose Martinez did great. Let's give him a round of applause. So Jose made 51 cents in pre-market. He was done by 8:30. I posted on YouTube. On my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter feed. You could see it. Showed his timestamp, how much money he made. He says, "Thank you very much. I made for the day." Let me just tell you a little bit something about Jose. Jose was laid off, okay, due to coronavirus. He got Bookmap. He's like, "Fausto, I see everything you're doing. I love it. This is what I want to do." And he traded a stock that we traded. This was one of them. Remember everyone we traded SAVA? Let me just bring that up. Remember SAVA? We made a killing on this stock when the stock got crushed. Another like an LK stock. Everybody remember this one. So way to go. This is why we're here. We're a team. You got to be part of the team. We work together. And, but Jose saw the stock and he saw me on Bookmap and he says, "Fausto, you know what? I've been looking at people all over the place. I can't find anybody. I just got laid off. This is probably a blessing. This is what I want to do." And he says, "You know what? You made a right choice." And I says, "Listen, I'm going to make you a lot of money. You listen to me. You follow the rules. You do your homework. Okay. You get into classes. You'll learn faster than trying to be like 99% of the people out there trying to do it on their own. So good for you, Jose. I'm happy that you're done for the day. Now go out and buy yourself something, okay, with a mask on. All right. Two more announcements before we go through the watch list. First of all, can we all just give a round of applause to John Romano? It's his birthday today. So I want to make an announcement. John, a lot of people who know John, the manager at CTU, it's his birthday today. Just want to give him a happy birthday. So everybody knows John being confined. I mean, you know what? You hear these people doing, I hear horns beeping everywhere. Everyone's doing like parades in front of people's house, celebrate birthdays. It was pretty cool. I had one in front of my house too, actually. But happy birthday, John. Now let's get back to the fun part. Let's get back to trading. Okay. So anyway, what we got going on, forget about yesterday regarding about the Hertz. I don't even want to look at that. I was so ticked off about that stock, Hertz. But there were a couple of good stocks that did pretty well. I mean, Macy's did really well. A lot of you guys did well on that. GE did pretty well. Air and C stocks did really well. They're pretty volatile too. But anyway, I want to make a prediction. I want to make a prediction right now. I think we're going to probably hit 30,000 by October. The rate we're going right now, if you think it's too late, we had the biggest catastrophe. You can see the biggest catastrophe and recovery in the Dow Jones in history. I really think we're going to have that big of a situation. I'm really looking forward to everyone get back to work. But I'm telling you what's going to happen. A lot of people learned a lot from this coronavirus, and we're going to learn a lot how to trade smarter, invest smarter. People are going to know how to do business less expensive and more convenient for everyone else. So, like I said, don't bet against America. And Warren Buffett said that himself 2 days ago. All right. So anyway, even though we had 2.1 million people filed unemployment, I think that's going to start changing Once that $600 unemployment check expires, watch how fast you're going to see 2 million, 5 million people start going back to work. All right. So anyway, let's go through the watch list. There's a couple of things. Yeah, Ron, once again, once New York and California opens up, which they started doing already, things are going to really start changing immediately. All right. Now, there are a couple of stocks we want to talk about. Let's get through the watch list because I know that's why everyone's here. We're going to start off with HX, okay? So HX is up 160%. We repeat that. It's up 166%. Stock right now, I'm not a big fan of it because it's kind of flat. All right. It's gapped up huge, which I'm probably assuming is probably a buyout, but I'm seeing it's trading from like 110 to like 136. So it's got resistance levels here. A lot of orders out there. Stock traded almost 9 million shares, and it's not even 9:15 yet. We got 15 minutes. That's a lot of damn shares. So this could be one of those stocks like yesterday when we trade with Hertz, where now, I'm very nervous to trade a very high volume stock. Unfortunately, it's great to get in. It sucks to get out. Okay. And I'm like holding my fingers. I'm like, please let me sell. Please let me sell. Sometimes, what's a good tip of the day I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you a good tip. Go out there and do a test. Do one small share just to make sure the system is working. So if you're worried about it, boom, right away you're going to have an issue because when something hits your resistance and you're not getting out, there's nothing more. It's going to tick you off, especially when you throw money away. And what's so funny? It really never works works for me. It always works against me. All right. So we got that one. All right. The next stock on the watch list is ABIO. So ABIO, this is one of the stock we were watching earlier. It started around 9 o'clock. It started earlier this morning, right around 8 o'clock. You can see how it gapped up right here. It went from 4 to 650. She's starting to make a big move right now. One of the big issues is this. Don't let this $8 stock fool you. Okay. This stock right here is probably a category 3 in the CyberTradingu University chart, as in volatility and danger. So unless you're a guy that's making about $500 a day, $1,000 a day, any of my cyber traders, stay away from the stock. Stocks will be very volatile. But if you are, this is all us right here. Okay. Look at all the orders out there. You got a 7,000 share buyer here at 790 right there, which looks like it's going to be testing it soon. But tier size is very dangerous on this. But good stock, good mover, and have fun with it. If you do feel that you are not in a category 3 and maybe you're a 1 or a 2, listen, can you still trade it? Yeah, just trade a fifth the volume. So if you're a 1,000 share trader in CTU, just trade like 200 or 100, just to see what it's like. You're going to get butterflies. You're going to get nervous, but you know what? You could still trade it. Just trade very small shares. The only difference is you're not going to learn anything. Remember, our job is not to teach you how to make money, it's to teach you how to stop losing it. So anyway, that stock's doing pretty well. A couple other ones I want to hit with. PHAS is also, what? I was a fan of this stock this morning. It's up 45%, but she was up a hell of a lot more than that. At 8 o'clock this morning, she was almost at 7. So she's backing off. She didn't back off a lot, but she's got great orders over there on the level 3. I'm seeing some big block orders. I want to see how she comes into the open, but she's making lower lows, and I'm not a fan of that. All right. PCCO is another one I found this morning of 54%. One issue with it, very spotty on the intraday chart, means it's very gappy. You guys remember this stock? We traded it back in December when it had you could see how it went from like $2 up to $5 up to $10, and basically a short squeeze. But she's up, she's up. We know the stock has good volatility. And the only reason why I'm looking at it is because I remember when we traded it. Now, if you with us here back in December, and you remember trading the stock, go back to your daily journals. Remember, one of the biggest things that we talk about this in our classes, and we got at C2 courses, you have to take good journals. We give you journals to do for not to overwhelm you and waste your time, because you're going to trade these stocks again, and you want to know how it traded, especially when it's a very volatile one. Take a note. You don't go crazy. 1 to 2 sentences. What happened that day? I'm telling you, always going to trade that stock again. Okay, so that one, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Another one I felt out of favor with is ARPO. Another one up 31%. Very inexpensive stock. It's a penny stock. Can't really see a lot of the tier sizes on it, but she's starting to trend down. So I knew we were talking about it earlier in the room, and I'm not really a fan of it. DFEN. Now, we all remember this stock. This stock went from 70 down to 10. Oh, my God. Talking about get destroyed. All right. Aerospace and defense. How the hell is something like that have a problem? Okay. So anyway, so stock's starting to trend up a little bit, up 12%. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. That one's not bad. Now, we all know about the news about Boeing. Boeing came out with some great news. Stocks gapped up a lot this morning. I tell you the truth, I got a Boeing. I got out of Boeing. I got out right around here. I got it. I bought it at 170. I lost money. I averaged down. I bought at 110. I got out right around it ran to almost it ran to 170. I got out at 150. So I'm right here basically where it's at. And then good thing I got out of because it dropped back down to 110. Because you know what? It's a lot of money. I'm a huge fan of Boeing. And then talking to some of my fellow bankers that I know here that work for some of the big banks, they're all neighbors of mine. And that are like, I'll be careful of Boeing. And I'm like, they kind of talked me out of getting out of it. But I'm glad because you know what? I'm doing great with DraftKings. DraftKings I'm doing phenomenal on. And also Penn. Don't forget about that Penn trade, guys. Penn doing great. Look at that. I gotta get a shout out to my nephew, David. This is all teamwork. He's like, Uncle Fausto. Penn, you kidding me? This is a great company, great gaming stock. I'm like, what the hell is this stock? And a lot of people know what Penn is. It's dropped all the way to $4. Look at that recovery. I actually did a Instagram post on it. This is probably the best performer of recovery of the coronavirus. This one right here. Okay. Literally up almost 1,000%. What else did we got? That's about, and we had the TGI. Okay. So anyway, the TGI, Jose, listen, don't get upset. You made money, and that's all that matters, okay? Because it just went right back down. But if you go back to my chat, and let me bring it back. Let me show everybody here. Is it still here? Yeah, I did right here. Let me bring my chat only for me. Okay. So I'm just going to bring up the chat room up here, so everybody could see it in the cyber group. When Jose made his money right here, where did Jose make his money? Yeah, right here. So this is the post that I made. Way to go, Jose. Just made his money right there. Right here, what I'm pointing out looks right here at 8:30, at 8:33, you could say, I say, hey, TGI still looks strong right there. Okay. So at 8:30, when we were looking at it, it was at 10:20. It's at 11:30. So this one has obviously been probably the one that I like the most out of them all. But listen, you can always buy it back. You can always buy it back. Benito, you just made 60 cents. Look at that, everyone. Ben just made 60 cents. Jerry just made 50 cents trading Starbucks. There you go. Way to go. By the way, what you guys are seeing, if you're watching Facebook Live or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube Live, that's our trading room that everybody's in pre-market. All right, we got about 20 minutes. Just a quick announcement for everyone here before we go. Today's a very, very big event. We got two big events I'm doing. We're doing our own event here at CyberTrade University. You could see right here at 12 o'clock, and I'm going to be at 11 o'clock with Investor Expo. So if you want to register, you got the number on the bottom. And if you're watching us live right now and you want to see how we trade these stocks and how we find the dominating market makers, just click on that link you got in the chat room, and we'll see you back at 12 o'clock at the open house here at CyberTrade University. So don't get a chance, don't miss it. All right. By the way, anything I'm missing before we go? Anything else I missed I did not call out? Lita says GAN. GAN? Yeah, I know. You know what? I saw that before, Lita, and I'm like, I was very skeptical of putting it on. I didn't really know too much about it. I'm like, I wasn't too crazy about it. All right. Anything else that I'm missing? Anybody on YouTube Live? I know Tubi says ABIO, but I already spoke about that one. All right. So listen, good luck. Be safe. Cyber traders, you see something. Oh, one more. How about Trucker 9269 says, what about Chiefs? CHFS. Oops, typed in the wrong room. CHFS. Honestly, it's garbage. I really, it's not doing anything. I don't know if you're doing it as a long-term trade, but as a day trader, not really worth our time. Not worth it. Not good at all. Remember, you need volatility. If you don't know volatility, you're not going to make any money. So it's not really going anywhere. All right. And you could see even on a long-term chart. The APRO. The APRO, same thing. Complete. It's worthless. It's not doing anything. It's not even no data file. Wait. ARPO. There I go. Sorry about that. Another stock. It's up big, but it's not going anywhere. I mean, I talked about this one before. I was a fan of it, and I'm not really a fan of it anymore. I mean, I'll see how she opens up. I had it right here on my list. You could see it right there. I had it right there. Good call. We're on the same page. All right, guys. Listen, I got to get back to work. I got to get back with the cyber traders. Cyber traders, you see something, you say something. All right. And don't forget for today's 12 o'clock meeting. All right, guys. Good luck. Be safe. And we'll be back here on YouTube Live and Facebook Live at 2:30 for the afternoon to trade what's going on to the close. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.